Well, okay. I'm making a video about the about what people are talking about following DSP and Chris, and this one is going to be more geared towards the PC made for Chris to DSP or DARKSYDEPHILL. The reason why DARKSYDEPHILL did this and Chris did this, DARKSYDEPHILL wanted a really beast PC that'll run any game on high or ultra high, and he wanted to make one, and Chris came up to him and said, "Hey, I'll make you a PC. I can get some cheaper parts through my credit program for a school or a program or an educational class that I go to. I don't know which one it is. I just know that it does involve education and credits." So, the original price point for his PC was around $700 to $800, and he wanted to get and then Chris would keep trying to upsell him, like, oh, if you want this card, you have to get this motherboard, and if you want to be able to do this much processing with your videos, you have to get this much RAM and that much RAM, stuff like that, and power supplies and cases. Well, this is what I'm going to be talking about. When DARKSYDEPHILL got the PC, it was a lemon, sort of. He didn't Chris didn't really put any love or care into making this PC for DARKSYDEPHILL. When he got it, there was a crack in the case. The fan didn't work. It was noisy. There's a difference between noisy and obnoxiously noisy. Because when I watched his videos, I could literally, the PC videos that he was doing PC games, I could literally hear the fan going. And so, Chris didn't do anything to basically give him the PC that he wanted. He basically just did it half-assed and didn't put any work into it. And then he was like, if you were, think of it this way. If you hired someone to make you a PC and you were giving them money, with all the upgrades, and I'll say this before I continue on, with all the upgrades that they did, the PC was originally going to cost $700, $800, and it ended up costing like $1,400 to $1,700 because of all of the parts that are in it and all of the other stuff that are in it could be bought for $1,000 in this market. But this market is this market. This market is not the market that was 2 or 3 years ago when his parts were more high end and costed more. So it could easily be $1,400, $1,700, because I got the same PC he has and it was $1,000, but the parts are old and they're actually dated. It's an obsolete PC, but when he got it, they weren't obsolete, so they were more money. It was the time that he got it, which is why it would be that much, because it was like a 3 or 4 year old PC. At least the parts were maybe only 2, but still 2 years. It got obsolete 4 times, because every 6 months a PC goes obsolete. So there's 24 months in I can't even have that much fingers, but there's 24 months in a year divided by 6 is 4. Obsolete 4 times. So there is a possibility that PC did cost $1.5 grand, because building it now it would be $1,000. Back then, when the parts were higher end. Okay, now that you know that, I will continue on what I was saying. You pay someone to build you a PC. They build your PC. They mail it to you. You get your PC. You open it up. And you wanted this really beautiful case. It looked really slicker than snot. And you look at it, and there's a giant crack in the side. How are you going to react? Are you going to say, "Oh, they just did it on. It was an accident," Because when you look at what happened with that phill, all you're going to say, oh, it's an accident. But what if he mailed that to you? Are you going to say the same thing? That's what I want to know. And say, for example, and then when he mailed it to him, the fan was all broken. Are you gonna? And you would have said, "Oh, that was just an accident. He's inexperienced." But when if he mailed something like that to you and it was broken, you're gonna be pissed because you put over $1,000 into that and you want it to be perfect. You see where I'm getting at? When you're the person getting the PC and you're going to be pissed because it's not what it should be. And you know what DSP did? He said nothing. He didn't say anything. He was the more mature person and decided, since, well, he helped me a lot by making this website, so I'm just going to let it slide. And plus, he's getting credits for it. I'm not going to be the person to bitch, complain, and call him out on it, so I'm just going to be the bigger man and mature. That's what DSP did. He was the bigger man and was more mature, while the littler man, Chris, didn't even say that it was broken or anything. It was like it's almost like a popcorn surprise that he got in the mail. So that's it. So if you got your PC and it was broken, let alone had 12 gigabytes of RAM and only four of them didn't work, are you going to be mad? Say you spent $200 on RAM and it was 12 gigabytes and $60 down the drain. And shipping costs, so maybe $65 if counting for the weight and everything. Are you going to be happy and say, oh, it was just an accident? Because that's what you're going to say when you see it happen to him. Are you going to be like that? Or you're going to be pissed because nearly half of the RAM don't work. And he probably didn't, we know what he did. He probably did a thing where he did a 8 gigabyte stick and two 2 gigabyte sticks. That doesn't work. Would you, and you looked at it and you saw it was like that, you wouldn't be all happy. You would be mad. That's what I want you to think about. Is if someone mailed you a PC like that in a broken state and they didn't even tell you, would you be mad or happy? You would be mad. So, what I want you to do is comment in the lower section of the video. I use 5 fingers too. And say, would you be happy or would you be mad if you received a brand new PC and it was broken? The 4 gigabytes of RAM didn't work. Let's see, that would be maybe 20-30% of the RAM didn't work. The fan didn't work. You had to shove like a piece of plastic like this. This is a toy, but imagine shoving something like this in your fan to make it be quiet. And there was a crack. Say down in the comment chat, would you be mad or happy? That's what I want to know. And for this video, I will disable the like and dislike because I don't want you judging the video of what I said based off the dislike and like system. I wanted you to judge it on your own opinion, not someone else's judgment. Because your opinion matters the most, not someone else's. Your opinion rules when you judge me and what I say in this video, not someone else's. You are the boss in saying, I think it was good or I think it was bad. You don't say, I think I'm going to go off how many dislikes and likes there are. You are the boss of yourself, not the dislike and like system. That is all I have to say. And thanks for watching. Bye.